The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Ow.
Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, coming into tonight, a couple of goals they have. Stay aggressive on both ends, but also play with efficiency. It's a delicate balance, but they know it's the key to playing their best ball. And Kenny Atkinson, hired by Brooklyn back in 2016, another point guard turned coach. Shaq, he played professionally for over a decade.
Yeah, he played in Italy, Paisan. He played in France, Sebon. He played in Germany, Bratwurst. He played in Spain, Hola. You can make an excellent living playing abroad.
I didn't know you spoke so many languages, and you broke the barrier in one try. Wow. But he's been coaching since 2004, and as an assistant with the Hawks, he really showed he was ready.
All right, and now with the tip coming up shortly, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
It's a West versus East contest here in Brooklyn as the Nets play one at home. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Both teams fantastic from beyond the arc. Brent, as a league, do you think we're too three-point conscious, too three-point happy?
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to get to the tipping point, Kevin, and certainly the Houston Rockets are the team we think about. Last year being the first team in the history of the league to shoot more three-pointers than two-pointers.
They're in the crosshairs, aren't they?
They are very much so, but you can't argue with their success being a participant in the Western Conference Finals. In fact, most of the playoff teams you see are in the top 12 to 14 in terms of three-point attempts.
I like that. Now, Golden State's starting five. Thompson and Durant, the deadly shooting wing pair. Down low, it's Green and Cousins. And it's Curry in at the one spot. Now, here is Russell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and with this increased aggressiveness offensively, Russell shooting more and more free throws.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Russell.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be. And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
First free throw is good. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Well, the success of the Warriors is truly built around their culture and their chemistry, and it really starts with Steph Curry. Even though a lot of people argue about Kevin Durant being their best player, their most important player has been Steph. Just a great, joyful approach to the game, and it rubs off on the entire organization.
Now here's Green. After D'Angelo Russell's miss, took him no time at all on that one.
I like it, Clay, working the in-between area and finding some gaps in the defense right now.
Russell with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Puts one up from 19. Green for 2 points.
Mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive, and right now stringing some plays together.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Kicks it to Green. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. And it's Green missing.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Tie game in Brooklyn. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. The Warriors, an elite team, obviously. Steph Curry talked about the challenge of being the hunted.
We're a marked team now, so every game we play is going to be, the game. And I like that challenge because it's going to bring the best out of us. If we're not 100% locked in and focused every night, we'll get exposed. But on the other hand, when we are locked in and ready to play every single night, we'll get every team's best shot, and hopefully we'll still come out on top, and that'll be a good feeling. So I'm cool with it.
Yep, they welcome the challenge.
And that's where you want to be. They wouldn't have it any other way.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Well, they're playing aggressive, unselfish basketball, exactly what their coach wants.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Durant and Green are the forwards. Livingston is out there with Iguodala, and it's Looney in at the center. From the arc, Dinwiddie with the bucket. Dinwiddie's got the first basket of the second quarter for Brooklyn.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line, or you risk getting burned.
Here's Durant. Count that one.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, great length and using his advantage on the inside.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for Brooklyn. There's 42 seconds left now here in the second. Down low, Crabbe in the corner. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And Crabbe showing a knack on that possession for connecting on a shot that's challenged by the defense. So not mattering who's on him that time.
Livingston passes to Durant. He can't get that one to fall.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's LeVert. He's covered by Iguodala. Crabbe in the corner. Off target from outside.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Nets out in front, up by 4. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, to say their shots are not falling is an understatement. It's a miracle they're still in this game. They need to flip the switch big time in the second half, and that starts with more movement on offense. If you don't have a great look, find the open man, drive the ball, create an opportunity. Come on, basketball 101.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. So many teams switching the pick and roll, and we can see it defensively, what it does. How are offenses countering that?
I think the offense is what they're doing, Kevin, is being selective as to who it is comes out to set the pick. If I'm Steph Curry or I'm Kyrie Irving, and I know there's a big defender guarding my 4-man or my 5-man, I'm going to call that screen up to the top of the key and make sure that I can go at the weaker defender that's guarding either one of my players to gain advantage.
They've got Damari Carroll out there. Allen is out there with Jared Dudley. Then it's Russell, and it's Harris in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. On its way from Curry for 2. Brooklyn with the rebound.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the scorers.
And the slam dunk by Russell.
And maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Russell has the ability to change pace and knows when to be aggressive.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Just 4 to shoot. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. .90 seconds now into the second half. Clock at 6. For 3, Harris. Good on the triple. Harris has got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
And since they come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
Yeah, I think they have been winning the battle of shot selection here in the second half, and that's led to an excellent shooting percentage from the field.
Curry with it. Lets the 3 fly. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Nets leading by 8. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Thompson and Iguodala make up the perimeter. Looney out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Curry in at the point guard.
Clearly a foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 9. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Tries from 16 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to get into a rhythm when you're getting so few opportunities at the rim.
Here's Karuch, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
Iguodala, no good. Brooklyn leading by 9. Pass to Graham. Here's LeVert. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Dinwiddie. Thompson with the rebound.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
Shooting 2.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And he ends up missing both free throws. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock. And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 11. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, D'Angelo Russell.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, he'll be looking to stay in peak form as long as he can.
That's where Durant is making a living right now, a sensational jump shooter and a deadly release.
So looking it over. So it's the Nets picking up the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.